Set a 20-minute timer and just sprint it up and jog back down. Sprint it up and jog back down. Good morning, folks, and a happy Wednesday. So we are getting out of the house a hell of a lot later today than we had wanted to, but I just can't catch a freaking break. We have woken up this morning with our sinuses acting up yet again. This is ass. Why will they not just go away? And our medicine has now run out, so we should be better by now, but we are not. Thought we were. I'd been feeling better, but now the sinuses have hit again, and they have amped up, and the mucus production is even worse now. Save me. But folks, it is what it is. How are you supposed to fight with a bloody nose if you can't fight with a stuffy nose? So I guess let's head across the state of Georgia to go get better today than we were yesterday, and have our fingers crossed that maybe, just maybe, we make it there on time so that we can knock out a run and get in better shape today than we were yesterday. Blow out our lungs, get all this junk up out of them. So let's hit the road. Well, we made it earlier than expected, but later than we wanted to. Let's just hope this run does what it needs to do and blows my lungs out, because I'm starting to feel like shit. Like straight shit. It sucks. Well, I thought we were getting better. Let's go knock out this run, see if it'll open up our sinuses and open up our lungs. Well, our run did its job. We definitely feel better now than when we started it. And since we were really needing to blow our lungs out, and we were really kind of short on time, we jogged, found us a hill, and set a 20-minute timer and just sprint it up and jog back down. Sprint it up and jog back down until our timer went off. Didn't count, didn't do anything like that, just freaking pushed it, sprinted all the way up, and then we jog back down, just constantly moving up in the heart rate, trying to get it back down before we got to do our next sprint. Kind of more simulating either a match or a fight. That's kind of what we do during our runs, but this one was very focused on the elevating the heart rate. So it was a good run. It did what it needed to do. I guess you could say I ran the bitch out of me. You know what I mean? I guess that's what you could say. I guess we were just being big babies. We were just tired and didn't want to get up. No, we were definitely feeling like dog crap. But now that we have blown those lungs out, look, nice and clear. It's nice and clear, folks. So we can go get better today than we were yesterday. Well, I am sure glad that I did not let that little bitchin' voice inside of my head say, just go back to bed, bro. You don't feel good today. Oh, just drill and go home. Oh, just roll light. Oh, because if we would have missed some great rolls, some great laughs, and the opportunity to get better today than we were yesterday. Because that was one phenomenal day of getting better today than we were yesterday. We are getting out of here late again. I mean, I don't know what is just going on with us. We just cannot get out of here on time, but it is what it is. At least we have a later practice for the kids this afternoon, so we can go home and take us a little reset, a little more than just a little reset, a big reset, and then get up to go get them better today than they were yesterday. Well, that ride took a heck of a lot longer than I would have liked it to, but we did get here with about an hour for us to go in, get a little reset in, and then get back out the door to go get these kids better today than they were yesterday. And I can't lie, this nap is about to be freaking heavenly. Like, my sinuses felt great after our run. It felt great after practice, and then we sat back down for a little bit, and now we're all blocked up again. So this is about to be one just amazing nap. That's the only way I can put it. Well, we just slept like a freaking baby. Let's get to this park to get these kids better today than they were yesterday, folks. Well, we have made it to the park to get these kids better today than they were yesterday. We made it a little bit behind schedule, but we did make it on time, so that's all that really matters. On Monday, we worked on, dang, this junk's just pulling. Look at this. Ridiculous. But Monday we worked on being able to create angles with our hips, escaping our hips out to be able to break down our opponent, get an angle on them, and guard, so that we can start setting up subs. So that is what we are going to be working on today. Getting to their subs and finishing them. What are the setups that we need to do once we have made the escape? I think we're going to be working the triangle today, and then we will go into some other things throughout the next few weeks. Well, we went a little overtime yet again with kids class, but luckily the kids did get better today than they were yesterday. A few of them weren't really able to understand the triangle position. They were just real confused on it. They didn't understand that, like, there's an arm that has to stay inside to choke them. They weren't understanding it's literally the same thing as a arm triangle. You're just doing it with your legs. But that is okay. You're not supposed to be good at something the very first time you do it. Someone goes, but like Fortnite, the first time I play, I catch a dub. Yeah, but you look back at the first time you ever played Fortnite, you were absolute trash at it. Someone said basketball, I was like, first time you played basketball, you were absolutely trash at it. Whatever it may be. Don't get me wrong, you can have natural born abilities to do certain things, but in the grand scheme of things, you're not gonna be a perfectionist the very first time you do something. It's just not how life works. So a few of them were a little upset about it, but it is what it is. Sometimes you're not gonna get the move, you're not gonna understand it fully. That is why that we spend a solid, like, 2 to 3 weeks in every position so that they feel comfortable, and if they have an off day, they can readjust, reevaluate, and all those good things. So I guess let's go drop the little sister off as quickly as you can and get across the state of Georgia to get better today than we were yesterday, folks. Hope that we aren't too terribly late. Alrighty, folks, we have gotten the little sister dropped off. There's someone driving. Oh, that's a four-wheeler. I definitely thought that was a lawnmower for a second, but it's definitely a four-wheeler. That sounds fun right now. But we've gotten the little sister dropped off. We got off the phone with JB. We talked to her while she finished up her ride, and we dropped the little sister off. She said that traffic is an absolute nightmare. So fingers crossed that we make it in a decent enough hour so that we can get some work in today, get better today than we were yesterday. You know, all the shenanigans. So prayers. Well, surprisingly, even with it pouring down rain, traffic wasn't half bad. It was kind of nice and smooth for me. We didn't make it in enough time to get some striking in. I was really hoping we would, at least in time for some bag work, but we did not. But we did make it in time for some jits, and like I've said, we have a good bit of jiu-jitsu matches and jiu-jitsu tournaments and jiu-jitsu events that we are doing, and well, one of them is co-main eventing 2 UFC veterans, so you kind of want to put on a good performance co-main eventing the UFC vets, because you know that's good to build your resume, I guess you could say. And then of course next weekend we have a 3v3 jiu-jitsu match, and you would just hate to be the guy who loses the team money. So definitely don't want to be that guy. So I guess it would behoove me to focus on our jiu-jitsu for the next little bit. We can get some striking in tomorrow and some striking in Friday. And then Saturday, we got to coach some kids. So I guess let's get in here and get better today than we were yesterday. Getting better today than we were yesterday. Complete, folks. And today was definitely not for the faint of heart. Goodness gracious. These jokers were trying to take each other's freaking heads off. There's a guy who dropped in and, well, let's restart the story. Let's just restart it. So we were rolling. All the rolls are going great. We're doing good. We're doing good stuff. Cardio's feeling all right. I mean, we're still not feeling like 100% from being sick, but you know, everything's just going nice and dandy, right? Nothing's going bad. And then I remember, like, I think it was like 8 rounds in, and I was going with this one guy, and he was like when I say he was like cock strong, he was like cock strong, and he just was not getting freaking winded to save my life. Like, literally was not getting winded. Needless to say, I just remember, like, and he was a dropping guy. I'd never seen this guy before. I just, like, turned into straight eco mode. I was like, oh my gosh, I got nothing left. Nothing left. Just don't let him sub you. Just don't let him freaking sub you. And he didn't sub us. He didn't end up subbing us. But, and we were, like, crushing that whole round. It was like we were on top, and then our bodies just turned into eco mode, and I just, like, sat down and started playing guard immediately. I was like, don't let him sub you. Just don't let him beat you. And that, like, never happens with me. Like, my gas tank is usually 1,000%. These jokers we have just pushed it this week, and on top of this sickness has kicked our tail. But we've pushed through it. Needless to say, next round came, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna take a rest. And then, like, one of the toughest rolls in the room walks up and he goes, you wanna roll? And I was like, I wanna, yeah, I'll roll. Screw it. Let's do a roll. Let's just roll. And then we rolled, and I was like, you know what? Just don't let this motherfucker sub you. Stay in eco mode. Stay in eco mode. Stay in eco mode. Moral of the story is we rolled like 3 more rounds, and we were absolutely freaking dead. Let's hope that we freaking make it home tonight. We went back to hop into the shower, and we'd have been out of there so much sooner. But we went back there to hop into the shower, and I, like, sat down on there's like a little windowsill right there. I sat there, and like 20 minutes passed of me just dazing off into the freaking space. I was so dead. My nervous system was shot. My body was shot. But it was a great day of getting better today than we were yesterday. Let's focus on getting our butts home, because we're going to need all the concentration we can get. Well, that ride was no joke, my friends. No joke whatsoever. Come on, Atlanta. Why does my nighttime ride have to be freaking an hour plus? But we did make it home. We made it home safely. My plan all day was to come home, grub down, and to hop on some COD. But I don't know, folks. I'm freaking beat today. Freaking beat. But part of me is still saying, come on, dude. You still got like another hour of gameplay in you. You can do it. You can catch some dubs tonight. Maybe heckle a few people. Kick it with the community. So, I guess let's get our butts inside. Let's grub down as quickly as we possibly can. And then let's try to get on some games. Let's try to. No guarantee. If I don't tonight, I will most definitely be on tomorrow night. But let's give it our best shot to get in there and hop on some games. Unwind a little bit, if you know what I mean. Just hope we don't get too sidetracked doing dumb things, like twiddling our thumbs. We do that sometimes. With as tired as we are today, like y'all ever get done with a workout and like you literally can't think of anything? You like brain is just blank. That's how we feel right now. Exactly how we feel. And we felt like it like all day. After each session. But hey, we made it. That's all that really matters. We got better today than we were yesterday. You know what I mean? We completed the goals of the day. So let's get inside. Let's grub down. And let's get on these games. Good night, folks. And BillyGoat loves you.